Welcome to the broadcast of Northview Wildcat Athletics. It's the pregame show brought to you by Tool Construction, Frames Unlimited, LVC Financial, Jerash Heating and Cooling. Also brought to you by New Beginnings Restaurant, Team IT. It's time now for the Northview Wildcat pregame show. We will be live on air in just a moment, where we'll take a look at scouting reports from both teams, coaches' interviews, and much more. Glad you could join us. We'll be right back after some messages from our gracious sponsors. Frames Unlimited with many locations. The nearest on Plainfield. Northview grad Kyle Zimdar and longtime Northview supporter Bill Zimdar will provide you with the quality work for all your picture framing needs. Check out their website at framesunlimited.com or call their Grand Rapids North store on Plainfield at 616-364-9529. Frames Unlimited. Jerash Heating and Cooling. Call them at 616-647-0084 for all your heating and cooling needs. They are located just off West River Drive in Comstock Park. Ryan and Dave Jerash have owned this local company for over 40 years. Call them for all your heating and cooling needs. Good evening, high school basketball fans, and welcome to tonight's broadcast of Northview Wildcat basketball. Tonight's OK White matchup between the Byron Center Bulldogs, who are in 5th place in the conference at 2-2 and 6-4 overall, and the back-to-back OK White champions at 8-1 and number 6 rated in the state in Division I, the Wildcats of Northview. Hello, everyone. I'm Mike Diebold, and I welcome you to the pregame show. Well, this game is being brought to you from Byron Center High School. It was supposed to be at Northview High School, but they have some issues in the gymnasium that need to be fixed, and guess they're working on that and have a solution to it, so it should not affect any more things down the stretch, hopefully. But this game was moved over here to Byron Center as all the teams, men's and women's, are playing over here today. Right now in front of us, the JV team is playing. Northview has a 6-point lead with 3 minutes left. Northview's only lost 1 game this year. The freshmen are undefeated, I believe, and the freshmen play kind of in reverse order here. They play in an auxiliary game, auxiliary gym over here at Byron Center. Everything goes over here at Byron Center, and they play about an hour from now, I was told. So that's kind of what's up with being over here at Byron Center instead of being at Northview. And then that next game will not be at Byron Center. That the game later on in the year will be played at Northview, so they don't have the advantage of being on their home floor 2 games in a row. Right now, I'd like to bring in my guest analyst tonight, former Northview player of mine in the mid-'90s, also a gracious sponsor of Northview Athletics broadcast, Kyle Zimdar. Kyle, the Cats are in a busy stretch, playing 6 games in 12 days, 3 games in the last 5 days. And Byron Center comes in here hot, not having up and down, having the kind of year that they thought they would, but they're coming off a big win last Friday against a very good Forest Hill Central team, beating them by 24 points, so we should have a good one here tonight.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for having me again. I appreciate it, and, you know, that's a lot of basketball in a short amount of time, and, you know, you've got school closings on several days, and so a lot of schedules are thrown off track, and it'll be interesting to see how both teams react.
So let's go back to your playing days here. As I mentioned, in the mid-'90s, you played for me, and when you had some school closing, did it affect you at all?
I don't think it affected me, although I was thinking back to that as we got ready for this broadcast. I think it was either my freshman or sophomore year. We had a snow day, and me and my friends were just hanging out playing indoor basketball, you know, in our house, and my brother, who was on the varsity at the time, said, "Hey, don't you guys have a game
no.
here?"
Oh,
and so, we said, "Oh yeah, we got it going." And we just made the bus to wherever we were traveling to that day. So, other than that, I don't think it's affected me too much. But so I think I may have learned my lesson then.
Yeah, just remembering that you had a game that day as you're having fun, getting all worn out, playing in your living room,
exactly.
Nerf hoop or something, dunk ball.
And I think on the while we were at the varsity level, you always kind of made sure to wake people up, give them a call to make sure they were up, weren't sleeping until noon or 1 o'clock. Yeah.
Wanted to know. That's a good story, though. All right, well, when we come back, we're going to take a look at scouting reports for both teams, also have a Coach Channa interview, much more. Coming back to the Frames Unlimited pregame show as the JV game winding down here, about a minute 30 left, and Wildcats and the Bulldogs will be warming up right after that, so we'll have a nice 20-minute pregame show for you here. We'll be right back. Frames Unlimited with many locations. The nearest on Plainfield. Northview grad Kyle Zimdar and longtime Northview supporter Bill Zimdar will provide you with the quality work for all your picture framing needs. Check out their website at framesunlimited.com or call their Grand Rapids North store on Plainfield at 616-364-9529. Frames Unlimited. LVC Financial. Call former Northview grad Ryan Vanderswart and his team at LVZ Financial at 616-394-4994 for all your financial planning needs. LVZ has a hometown atmosphere with the horsepower of a larger firm. Call Ryan for his 25 years of experience or his team today for all your financial planning needs at 616-394-4994, and thank you for your support of Northview Athletics. So let's take a look at these Byron Center Bulldogs. A good but inconsistent Byron Center team was to come into the Wildcat Den, having won 4 of their last 5 games, but before that had lost 3 in a row. The Bulldogs will now be playing at home, as we just mentioned, as the switcheroo, as Wildcat Northview had some issues in their gymnasium, wasn't allowed to accommodate all the teams. Byron Center came into the season as a team who's predicted to challenge for the OK White title with Northview, Grand Rapids Christian, and Forest Hill Central. But with 2 losses already in the conference, this makes this game a must-win for the Bulldogs, especially now on their home floor, or they will probably all but be eliminated from the conference title with 3 losses. I don't see Northview or Grand Rapids Christian getting 3 losses in the season. So they're going to go all out in this ball game here today is Byron Center. Northview has won the last 9 contests between these 2 schools. Bulldogs are amongst one of the tallest teams Northview will face this year. 6'9", 6'5", 6'5". Byron Center is coming off their best win of the season, 59-35, beatdown of Forest Hill Central at home last Friday. Northview beat Forest Hill Central a week ago at Forest Hill Central by 21. Byron Center also has beaten Rockford this year at Byron Center by 5. So Byron Center plays well here at home, and they have beaten 2 big teams here at home. Byron Center plays good defense, holding teams to 47 points per game. Should be another low-scoring defensive battle between these 2 teams as they've been having the last few years. Last year at Northview, Byron Center had 2 tries on their last 2 possessions to steal a win at Northview. J.J. Brock with a missed 15-footer to tie the game with 7 seconds left, and after a missed free throw by Cam Ryans with 4 seconds left, J.J. Brock had another attempt to tie or win the ball game, but turned it over, and Northview survived, and that game was at Northview late in the year last year. Byron Center, 6-4 record, 2-2 in the league, 5th place, 2 games out of 1st. Average 58 points per game do the Bulldogs, give up 47 for a plus 11 scoring differential. They're under head coach Joe Rodriguez in his 5th year at Byron Center. The Bulldogs are led by number 15, a junior, 6'9" center, Camden Carroll, third-year varsity player. Gets quite a few double-doubles, tall, good rebounder, and he's their leading scorer. He's got great length inside to block shots, so he's had Cam Ryans under control last year. Cam did score in the mid-teens against them, but Cam doesn't usually go off and get those 20 or 30-point games as he has had this year. Cam Carell is also a good free throw shooter, and he will step out and shoot the three ball. Number 10, junior guard Isaac Lee, second-year varsity player, as he is also a very good athlete, a wide receiver on the football team. He's got some looks at the next level for football as a receiver, so good athlete. Number 22, senior Ben Hegel, 6'5", is a leaper, rebounder, can score. And number 1, senior point guard Connor Ferguson runs the show for Byron Center at the point. And then number 33, senior forward J.J. Brock, a 6'5", big physical player and a great dunker. They got 3 players that can really get up and dunk the basketball if you give them some alleys to the basket. Other contributors in this ball game tonight will be number 11, Trey Sluter, is a senior, and he may end up starting. I saw some games where he actually started. And then number 20, a senior, Tyler Waite. Should be another low-scoring game. Both teams emphasize defense, play it very well. Byron Center with its size, Northview with its quickness. Northview, I think, will try to make this an open court transition game off their defense, make the bigs of Byron Center run the floor. So it's the size and rebounding and interior defense of Byron Center versus the speed and quickness of Northview in the open court in transition, which we'll see which one gets the upper hand in this one here today. Let's go back. These two teams know each other very well. Both these teams have players who have played as freshmen and sophomores and are still playing at the varsity level here, so they know each other very well. Last year, Cam Carroll, as a sophomore, had 17 points and 14 points against Northview. Isaac Lee, as a sophomore last year, had 10 points and 8 points against Northview. J.J. Brock, 5 and 2. Northview won at Byron Center last year 52-39, kind of a low-scoring game. Northview beat them by 13. And then, as we mentioned, Northview won on their home floor 48-44, and a close one, as very well Byron Center could have got the nod in that one. Cam Ryans had 14 points and 11 points last year as a freshman. EJ, as a junior last year, 5 points and 6 points, so they've kept EJ in check. And Brady Swartz, as a sophomore last year, had 8 points in each game against Byron Center last year. And look for freshman Izzy Hatibu to do some of the offensive rebounding, kind of like Ty Thomas did last year. Ty Thomas had some of his better games against Byron Center last year, no longer playing for the Wildcats as he was a senior last year. He had 12 in both ball games against well above his average. And so low-scoring games last year. And last low battles, as you hear the applause, as Northview's JV is going to come away with a 55-46 win here. And as I mentioned, Northview, I believe, now 9-1 at the JV team, and I believe the freshmen have only lost one ball game, and they play a little later this evening on the auxiliary court here. So when we come back, we'll take a look at the Northview Wildcats. Team IT. Call owners Brady or Sam at 616-591-3139 for all your computing needs. They specialize in business IT, consulting and security, as well as managed IT solutions. Team IT. For all your home improvement services, check out Northview grads Greg and Darcy Tool at toolconstruction.com or their Tool Construction Facebook page. You can call them at 616-443-2284. Greg is a licensed and insured builder and has owned the business for 15 years. Call them today for a free estimate. All right, let's take a look at these Northview Wildcats under head coach David Channon in his 5th season. Cats are 8-1, 2-0 in the league. Some notable wins this year. They beat Catholic Central at the buzzer by 3. Beat Warren Fitzgerald by 8, where they played in Detroit. They beat Lowell by 37 points. They beat Forest Hill Central at Forest Hill Central by 21. That was a big win. The only loss was this past Saturday against Detroit Martin Luther King on a last-second shot fake duck under from about 8 feet out, as the Cats just went ahead in that one. And that game was played at East Kentwood High School just Saturday. So a heartbreaker for the Wildcats, trying to get one of those Eastern Detroit teams a defeat. Both Grand Rapids Christian and Northview went down on buzzer beaters against two very good teams from the east side. Offensive average for the Wildcats, they average 65 points per game. They give up 45 for a plus 20 scoring margin. Cats are led by their big three. Point guard, 6'3", E.J. Ryan's a senior, 13 points per game, 4 rebounds per game, 4 assists per game. He's got obviously a plus to minus assist to turnover ratio. 4-year starter for Northview. He's a Western Michigan University, a D1 commit. 6'4" sophomore Cam Ryans, 20 points per game, 7 rebounds per game, leading rebounder on the team. Probably one of the best sophomores in the whole state of Michigan. Very versatile player, and he can fill it up. He's had 2 30-point ball games already this year, 33 and 31, and he's got 4 other about 20-point ball games. 6'5" junior Brady Swartz, 20 points per game, 6 rebounds per game, best shooter on the team. He's got the most threes made on the team, most dunks on the team, and he can score it too. He's had multiple 20-point games, and his high 28 at that Catholic Central win over at Kelvin University, where he played extremely well, as he has been doing. A huge difference between his sophomore year, which he was already a good basketball player, but he has brought his game to a whole nother level. The other 2 starters for the Wildcats, 6'3" sophomore forward Jack Van Proyen, 2 points per game, 3 rebounds per game. Tough, athletic, tight end linebacker on the football team. 6'3" freshman Izzy Hatibu, 4 points per game, 4 rebounds per game. Very athletic, has a positive assist to turnover ratio also, which is pretty rare for a big man. Northview plays 7 players a lot. The next 2 off the bench probably be Anthony Willis, a freshman guard, good 3-point shooter, 5 for 10 from behind the 3-point arc, shooting at a 50% clip. And then Jake Johnson, a junior, averages 2 points per game. Very good role player, very active on the boards, always around the basket, and one of those role players that can come off the bench, and you do not lose much when Jake Johnson comes into the ball game. And then sophomore guard Jaden Van Stensel, probably Northview's 8th man. Last 3 games versus Detroit Martin Luther King, East Grand Rapids, and Forest Hill Central. While I was away and not broadcasting, got a huge win, Forest Hill Central. At halftime, Coach is going to talk about this. Coach, I got an interview with them. Instead of playing an MHSAA message, we're going to have a Coach Channon interview at halftime, as well as one coming up here in just a few minutes talking about this game. But at halftime, he's going to go over these 3 big games that we did not broadcast for you. But Cam Ryan's a career-high 33 points at Forest Hill Central, a huge game. And then at East, a comfortable win by 26 points. Brady Swartz had 22 points. Cam had 20. And this past Saturday against Detroit Martin Luther King at East Kentwood in the Gotta Get It Hoop Classic, Northview lost by 1 at the buzzer. Right after Northview just scored to take the lead with not much time left, about 4 seconds left. And Northview had been down by 8 in that ball game at half. Northview's first loss of the season snapped an 8-game win streak. Brady Swartz had 19 points, E.J. Ryan 16, Cam Ryans with 11. Northview was 2 of 10 from 3 and only turned MLK over 6 times, which is unheard of against Northview's pressure defense. Northview gave up 20 points in the second quarter, their downfall leading to that loss. Earlier in the week, or actually earlier today, I talked with Northview head coach over the phone about this big game tonight, as well as last week's game we'll talk about at halftime. Here's Coach Channa. I'm here with head coach David Channa of the Northview Wildcats. Coach, a big ball game tonight was supposed to happen at your place, but because of technical difficulties, it gets switched to playing on the road at Byron Center. You guys coming off a lot of games in a few days. You got snow days, kids not in school for both schools, but kind of hodgepodge moving things around. But here we are, going to be playing a big game at Byron Center tonight. Your thoughts on Byron Center?
I think Byron Center is as good as any team we play. They've got all the pieces you can imagine. Don't let the record fool you. They have a Division I post player who can step out and shoot it. A Division II post player who's committed to Northwood. And they have another kid who's committed to play basketball at Aquinas. They've got 3 college basketball players in their team with a bunch of young guys around that can really shoot it. Historically, we've had success against them, but it feels like this is the same team we played for the last 3 years. And, I know that they're going to want to beat us and, as bad as we want to beat them. So we're expecting their best shot tonight, and it should be a good one.
You talk about playing the same team. Especially if you go back just to last year, these two teams very similar. They have a lot of guys back. You have a lot of guys back. You also have some new guys in the mix. They have a couple new guys in the mix, but you guys know each other very well. Last year, 2 close games, especially at your place late in the year. You had a 4-point win, kind of a close ball game at third place. They have size and length, play a little different style. You like to get up and down, and they like to half court it and use their size and length. What are you going to try to do to maybe speed things up?
I think we've had a lot of success in just defending their actions early. One thing is they tend to try and walk it up and slow it down, but we statted out their possessions over the past 2 games, and typically it's about 15 possessions a quarter. And both times in the first quarter, 10 of their 15 possessions over the last 2 games have been 3 passes or less. So, you got to be ready to guard quick, and then more importantly, communicate when a shot goes up and rebound it at the end, because they don't pass it for a long time. They're going to jack a shot at some point. So they will walk it up and kind of play a slower style there, but they're going to shoot it fast still. So, I think that helps us a lot, but as we learned with our last game, when they shoot it, we got to get it. So if we don't get it, then it really doesn't matter. So that's kind of our mindset here moving into it.
Should be a great ball game on the road, probably a festive atmosphere. Looking forward to it. Thanks for your time, Coach, and good luck.
Thanks, Coach.
And that was head coach David Channa of the Northview Wildcats. So as we take a look at this game, they can score inside. Northview, see if they can score inside. I think the 3 ball is going to come up big in this game as well. Northview trying to soften them up a little bit from the outside. Northview have been shooting the 3 a little bit better this year percentage-wise. They don't shoot it a lot, but I think they're getting better quality looks and just not settling for 3 too much, although a couple games ago that I saw in the East game, I think they were settling for 3 a little bit too much. But foul trouble always for Northview with their big 3 main scores. Any one of those go out, there's a huge drop-off with people coming into the ball game and just not playing the long extended minutes. And, those 3 scores score 82% of Northview's points. And so when you lose one of them, that's a big chunk coming out of the lineup. So foul trouble is always an issue going to be this year. And then can Northview get out in transition, turn them over a little bit instead of having to battle inside against them. And then, I'm sure Byron Center would like to see Cam Ryans get in foul trouble trying to defend inside. So a lot of little things going to be going on in this ball game, and we'll see how that all plays out in this one. And again, fatigue for Northview. Been a tough stretch. 4 games in 7 days, only playing like 7 guys, and then you got school issues. What time did kids go to bed last night knowing they probably weren't going to have school? What time they're getting up in the morning? So it should be an interesting match, Kyle.
Yeah, definitely. I think when you're playing a defensive team, I think you said both teams defensively average in the mid-40s, and if offensively for Northview, I think getting out and running, getting up and down the floor, getting easy buckets, so you don't have to go against those big interior guys is a definite game plan for Northview. And then defensively, as you heard Coach Channa say, they got to limit them to one shot per possession. They're gonna take their time getting up the floor, not make a lot of passes, as he mentioned. But when they do put it up, you got to make sure you find your man, box out, and limit it to one shot.
All right, so we'll take a look around when we come back at other good games in the area tonight. Take a look at teams in the OK White, who they're playing, conference standings, state rankings. Cats versus the Dogs. It's coming up as we are continuing on with the Frames Unlimited pregame show. We'll be right back as this is probably the best game in the area tonight. Byron Center and Northview. Check out New Beginnings Restaurant, located at 5200 Northland Drive. Dine in or call for takeout at 616-988-9650. Great food at a great price. Open daily 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. New Beginnings Restaurant. Thank you, sponsors of Northview Athletics, The Score Restaurant, Mike Marsman, Treadstone Mortgage, Ken Jansen of Lake Michigan Insurance Agency, Brandy Block of Green Ridge Realty, Lake Michigan Credit Union, Cutting Edge Builders, Tool Construction, Quality Express Care Center, Lindy Tanis of Tanis Home GR, Legend Signs, Flo's Pizza, Jones Construction, Christian Koff Fundraising, Shannon Swartz of Pure Point Mortgage, Woodland Airstream, Straight Line Fence, Real Food Cafe, AIC Insurance Services, All Flow Plumbing, Applebee's, Golf Cars Plus, Design One Salon and Spa, Discount Home Improvement, Keller Williams, La Fontaine Ford of Grand Rapids. Thank you for your sponsorship. And we're back here at Byron Center, Michigan, at the gymnasium here in Byron Center. Beautiful gymnasium. Got a nice scoreboard up there. As we got, as far as the crowd goes, I'd say half full, but this is big bleachers. Those are tall bleachers, so it's sometimes difficult to get a feel for how many fans are here. But a pretty good crowd with the weather as it was, even though roads weren't too bad coming in. I was doing 65, no problem. It was kind of just wet roads, but roads were not bad at all coming here when I got here, an hour or so ago. Coming your way. Kyle, everything okay roads-wise?
Yeah, no problems, really. My kids in East Grand Rapids were one of the few that had school today, so they weren't real happy about that. But even this morning, I didn't think the roads were too bad.
That's tough when you live right next to the school like East Grand Rapids. That community is kind of a tight community right there.
It is. No busing and stuff, so they don't have to worry about kids waiting out at the bus stop and all that kind of stuff. So they get off a little less than some other schools.
All right, so let's take a look at some other games in the OK White. Third place Greenville, and that's right, I said third place. Greenville has been in last place in the OK White for years. They got a pretty good ball club this year, and that's with two of their best players out with injuries, and they have been playing really well. They beat this Byron Center team a couple weeks ago. So Greenville is at fourth place, Forest Hill Central tonight. Grand Rapids Christian, who's in first place with Northview, is at Lowell, seventh place Lowell tonight. Eighth place East Grand Rapids is at sixth place Forest Hills Northern. And then we got this one here, one of the better games in the area, Byron Center and Northview. Northview versus Grand Rapids Christian, which it was called off a couple weeks ago. That still has not been decided on when that ball game is going to be played. And other good games in the area, Catholic Central's at Ottawa Hills out of the gold. Zeeland West played Muskegon. I thought that was going to be tonight, but I think they actually played yesterday. Zeeland West at Muskegon. I think Muskegon Mona Shores. Or maybe that was Zeeland East, Muskegon I was seeing. I think Muskegon beat Zeeland East. So it probably is Zeeland West at Muskegon Mona Shores out of the green. And then Hudsonville Unity Christian is at Holland Christian. But as I mentioned, this is probably the marquee game in the area, these two teams. Two quality teams out of the OK White. OK White, arguably one of the better basketball leagues in the whole area this year. A lot of talented teams, Forest Hill Central, Grand Rapids Christian, Northview, Byron Center. And then the teams who were towards the bottom are much better in the Forest Hills Northerns, and the Greenvilles are much better, and Lowell. So you really have no off nights in the OK White. It's a battle every night, in and out. Associated Press top 25 West Michigan teams we're going to talk about. They're in Division I, which is what Northview is in. There's 5 area teams that are rated. The number 1 team in the state in Division I is East Lansing. They were at that East Kentwood, and they got a really good ball club. They got a really good player on their team. And then the best team in the area is rated by the Associated Press is Muskegon, number 3. Northview is number 6 in the state. Zeeland West is 9th. Rockford breaks the top 25. They've been on a roll here. They are 18th in Division I. And remember, Byron Center beat Rockford earlier in the year. And then number 20, Muskegon Reese Puffer. And then in Division II, there's 4 area-rated teams. The number 1 team in the Division II is Warren Lincoln. Team Northview played last year. And they're number 1. The number 2 rated team in the state, Grand Rapids Christian. Number 5 is Whitehall. 13, Grand Rapids South Christian. And 16th is Catholic Central. So it's the Cats and the Dogs going at it here. Cats and Dogs are fighting tonight. Starting lineups, opening tip coming up next. Thank you, sponsors of Northview Athletic Broadcasts. Tool Construction, Greg and Darcy Tool. Frames Unlimited, Kyle Zimdar. LVZ Financial, Ryan Vanderswart. Jarash Heating and Cooling, Ryan Jarash. New Beginnings Restaurant, Cody Kakos. Team IT, Sam and Brady. Thanks for your support. And we're going to turn things over to the public address announcer here at Byron Center for the national anthem and the starting lineups. So we'll just let you listen to the sounds of the Byron Center Gymnasium here and their public address announcer.
Before we begin our game, we should draw your attention to our officials. Please help me welcome tonight's officials to Byron Center High School. Count to this game is made possible by the officials' commitment to high school sports and our student athletes. We appreciate their efforts, and they deserve our respect. Ladies and gentlemen, the privilege of this event was made possible by those who have fought and continue to fight for the freedoms we enjoy. Let us now honor and respect their efforts during the playing of our national anthem. starting lineups for the visitors, the Northview Wildcats. Wearing 0, Cameron Lyons. Number 2, Jack Van Proyen. Number 3, Brady Schwartz. Number 5, E.J. Ryans. And number 12, Izzy Avenue. Head coach, David Chana. Assistant coaches, Jeff Mata and Derek Brooks. Managers, Brandon Felker and Logan Johnson. And now, the starting lineups for your Byron Center Bulldogs. He is a senior. He wears number 1, Connor Ferguson. He is a junior. He wears number 10, Isaac Lee. He is a junior. He wears number 15, He is a senior. He wears number 21, Trey Sluter. And he is a senior. He wears number 22, Ben Eagle. Head coach Joe Rodriguez. Assistant coaches Josh Van Dyke and Vincent Rill. Rehab manager Ethan Warren.
So in case you missed the starting lineups there for the Wildcats, Cam Ryans, Jack Van Proyen, Brady Schwartz, E.J. Ryans, and Izzy Hatibu. And for Byron Center, Connor Ferguson, Isaac Lee, Cam Carroll, Ben Hegel, and J.J. Brock. Check that. J.J. Brock is not starting lineup. That's going to be Trey Sluter is going to be in the lineup. Byron Center will win the tip. Kind of misjudged the tap. Both players did. And the second tap goes to Byron Center's way. And Isaac Lee will take control running the show as Northview switching man defense as they do. Lee having trouble getting the ball. Gets it to Carroll. Carroll way away from the basket being checked by Cam Ryans. Now they switch off. Now Cam Ryans has Lee. Isaac Lee, the junior, kind of running the point guard. He's going to try to take Cam off the dribble, dribbles it off his foot, ball's on the floor, and it's out of bounds, but it's going to stay Byron Center way. Fortunate there for Byron Center, they didn't turn that over.
Yeah, good, hard, aggressive man-to-man defense like the Wildcats typically play. Good start for them, making them work.
Bulldogs have the ball underneath their own basket. They get it into Carroll, swinging around. Right wing dribble penetration by Ferguson is no good. He misses the layup, but there's an offensive rebound put back by Sluter, and he gets the first 2 points of the ball game. Trey Sluter for the Bulldogs.
That's a little bit about what we talked about in the pregame, that they got to limit those to just one shot.
Cam Ryan's a long, quick three from deep left wing. Short, no good. Not sure that might have been the shot that you want for your very first look. A 24-footer.
Yep, I would agree. I think you can get that shot anytime you want, and so probably need to work around and get some touches there earlier.
6:45 in the first quarter. If you're just joining us, we're just getting started here. Northview one possession, and the Bulldogs had one possession. The Bulldogs scored. Cam Carroll driving baseline. E.J. Ryans all over him. Spin dribble goes out of bounds, but they're going to say E.J. knocked it out. You can hear the Northview bench. We're broadcasting right next to the Northview bench, so the loud clapping is going to be by the bench that gets involved into the ball game. Little cut inside. Hatibu lost his man, and Hegel gets the score, and Hatibu is down on the ground and is not getting up. Their center, Izzy.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there on the play. Just got beat back door, and he went up to try to block it, and I don't know if it came down awkwardly or what.
And he did get a piece of that, blocked it, but they came down with the rebound and the putback by Hegel. But Izzy is still down on the ground. Coach Chana out there, Byron Center. People are looking at the left ankle as coaching staff is out there. And as we mentioned, not a deep team, Northview, as far as lots of minutes being played by their reserves, not many minutes at all. They go about 7 deep. And so Izzy has played lots of minutes inside. And he, the way it's looking right now, he may be lost for this ball game. Hopefully not more. He is getting up on his feet. He's not putting any weight on his left ankle. I don't see Izzy coming back into this ball game without putting any kind of, and that could be a big blow not only for this game but for the Wildcats down the road here. As we mentioned, they don't go very deep. Coming into the ball game, Jake Johnson, though, who is an excellent reserve in my mind. He comes in and he plays hard. Typical Northview type player, just gritty, plays hard, and gets the most out of his talents. Cat's going to hand it off over here. Brady Swartz. Brady tries to drive baseline, gets cut off. Good defense by Byron Center. Swing it out top to Johnson. Gets it to the left wing, Cam Ryans. Top of the key, Van Proyen. Right wing, EJ. They swing it all the way around. Brady has it now, left wing. He's going to dribble, get into the lane. They double team. Anytime Northview puts the ball on the floor, Byron Center's double teaming. EJ Ryans, top of the key, Van Proyen. Van Proyen between the legs, mishandles it a little bit, gets it over to Brady. Brady's going to throw up a 3 and knocks it from deep. Brady Swartz has enough of this playing around with the basketball. Just launch a 3 and knock it down.
Yeah, another 24-footer. This one went down. Good patience by Northview on that last possession, too. Good defense by Byron Center, but Northview just stayed patient, took care of the ball.
Isaac Lee has it. Running their motion offense for Byron Center. Northview in their man defense. Gets it over to Ferguson, gets it to Carroll. Carroll, top of the key, looks inside, knocked away by Jake Johnson as they were trying to get the ball inside to the big man Hegel. A lot of size on this court and athleticism and physicality. A bunch of football players. Got a great football program here at Byron Center. They get in the weight room out here.
You can tell that by looking at some of the bodies out there. These are some strong kids for sure.
Sluter has the basketball, gets it over to Lee, junior. Carroll has it, being checked by Cam Ryans right now. Gets lane, fadeaway jumper, knocks it down from 15 feet. Tough shot by Cam Carroll. He gets it to go. Ball's knocked out of bounds by Byron Center. Northview will have it. Cats find themselves down 3, 6-3, 4:52 left in the first quarter. And I can tell already this is going to be a competitive ball game.
Yeah, just like Coach Shanna said in the pregame, forget about their record at 6-4. This is going to be a challenge for the Wildcats for sure. Great defense by Cam Ryans on that last one. That's just better offense, a little fadeaway, and when you're 6'9", you can shoot over people.
Cats getting into a set as they hand off. EJ Ryans gets picked by Cam Ryans, gets it over to Van Proyen, gets it inside to Cam. It's on the right block, kicks it back out to brother EJ. Cats being patient offensively, swinging around left side now. Brady Swartz as Johnson picks for him, gets around to Cam. Cam baseline drive, almost throws it away. Connor Ferguson beats Jake Johnson to the basketball and gets the layup. Nice hustle right there by Connor Ferguson. And we got an 8-3 lead by Byron Center. Byron Center, you can tell by the way they're playing, they are ready to go in this one. Halfway through the first quarter, 8-3. Cats find themselves down 5. Brady Swartz, baseline drive, is going to get fouled. Trey Sluter, his first foul, team's first.
Yeah, it's a good strong drive to the baseline, and it got him on the arm. As it looked like he was going up, but they're going to call it on the floor there.
So the Cats will have it underneath their own basket. They do their 1-4 along the baseline. That they'll do a few different kind of twists out of this. EJ Ryans takes the ball out of bounds, gets it to Van Proyen. Van Proyen gets it to Cam. 3-ball left baseline, got it, out of bounds play, executed perfectly. Got the 3-ball from the left corner, does Cam Ryans. Northview's only points are from 3 balls. One from Cam Ryans, one from Brady Swartz, and it's 8-6, Byron Center.
Yeah, like you said, that was great execution on the out-of-bounds play, and Cam didn't have a ton of room there, but he got it up quick and knocked it down.
Van Proyen with the quick foul for Northview. He's going to come out of the ball game, so taking out 6'3", and coming in Anthony Willis, probably 5'10". Willis enters the ball game for the first time, a good three-point shooter for the Wildcats. They get the ball inbounds, does the Bulldogs. They swing around, get inside. Cam Carroll posting up. A little overzealous. Anthony Willis, the freshman, just gets into the game. That was a mismatch right there. That's the problem with some of this constant switching. You get a 5'11" guy and a 6'8" guy down low, and that's a mismatch. So yep. Willis had to foul him.
About to say that if they're going to continue to do that, Byron Center might take advantage.
Cam Carroll from 3, no good. High rebound. Swartz is going to come away with it for Northview. Northview with the push. Brady's head fakes, goes up with the left hand. Off the glass, didn't get it to go, but got fouled. So Brady Swartz will be going to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Yeah, nice little hesitation dribble there to kind of get towards the rim, and got fouled on the way up.
Connor Ferguson with his first foul of the ball game. Both teams have 2 team fouls. Brady Swartz, a good free throw shooter, 75% from the line, gets the first free throw. He's got 4 points on the evening. Good free throw shooter, E.J. Rhines, near 90%. Brady Swartz, about 77% now. Brady knocks them both down. 5 points for Swartz. And we got a tie ball game, 8-8. 3 minutes left here in this first quarter. We got a good one here in Byron Center, Michigan. Carroll going to drive the lane, shot up, no good. Jake Johnson giving up a lot of size on him. Had to foul him. And Camden Carroll will be going to the free throw line, getting a lot of Division I type looks. Only a junior, 3rd year on varsity. He's got something you can't teach, size.
Yeah, for sure. And on that last defensive play, Byron Center kind of had a two-set look at the top, a little confusion on Northview's defense on who they needed to pick up.
Carroll, a good free throw shooter, knocks down his first free throw. Gives Byron Center the lead again. Byron up by 2 now as Cam knocks down the second free throw. He's got 4 points. Brady Swartz, the high point man in this game so far, 5 for Northview. 10-8, Bulldogs lead it with 2:53 left in this first quarter. Glad you could join us. Mike Diebold on the call with Kyle Zimdar this evening. Brady Swartz, spin dribble, step back from the left baseline, no good. Isaac Lee with the rebound for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs with the push. Isaac Lee throws it away. Anthony Willis comes away with it. He gets crunched between 2 people, keeps his dribble alive. It's knocked out of bounds by Byron Center. Byron Center playing the better defense than I've seen him play in a couple of years.
Yeah, they are. They're really keeping everything in front of them and getting out on the shooters for sure.
End of the ball game. Cassius Bont, a sophomore, coming out of the game. Trey Sluter for Byron Center. Also into the ball game, Byron Center, Keen Hinkle, a junior for Byron Center, enters the game. 2:24 left in the first quarter. The Bulldogs lead it by 2. E.J. Ryans is going to have the ball in between the circles, top of the key. He's going to dribble to the right side, gets all the way to the baseline. He's going to step out of bounds, turnover. EJ went from the top of the key all the way to the right side, got all the way underneath the basket, but stepped out of bounds. The official right there. Another turnover.
Yeah, it seems they're letting them play when the ball's on the floor, dribbling and pushing and stuff there, and then when people are going up, they're calling a little tighter. So might have got a little shove there, but no call.
Switching, man defense by the Wildcats. Shot is up and no good by Bont. And coming away with it, Cam Ryans for Northview. Cam on the push, gets all the way in the lane. Shot up, high archer, can't get it to go. Is knocked out of bounds. Jake Johnson trying to get the offensive rebound. Could only get a finger on it, knocked it out. Cam had a pretty good look right there.
Yeah, we took that rebound coast to coast, and like you said, did have a good look. Nice late challenge there that might have affected the shot.
Coach Joe Rodriguez subbing freely here, keeping some fresh bodies as Cam Carroll comes out of the ball game. Into the ball game is Ben Hegel. J.J. Brock also in there. Isaac Lee gets his shot up. Cam's going to get a piece of it. A block shot comes up short. Nice job by Cam Ryans blocking that. Then we get a jump ball and the arrow pointing to the Wildcats. So Northview will have the basketball.
Yeah, good defense there. Player guarding the ball got beat off the dribble, and Cam stepped up to put his hand on it on the block.
Minute 15 left in this first quarter. Entertaining first quarter. Close game. Cats having trouble scoring the basketball. Cam Ryans posted up down low. I checked that. E.J. Ryans posted up down low, which he doesn't do too often. Doesn't turn around jumper. Is going to get fouled. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot two. E.J., 89% free throw shooter.
That's always good when your point guard can make almost 9 out of every 10 free throws.
24 of 27 on the year, and there is the jinx. Misses the first.
But a nice little set play there to get EJ. His defender's a little bit smaller than him, and he hadn't had a shot up yet this quarter, so good to get him involved offensively.
See if EJ can get his first point to the ball game. He does with his free throw. Got a 1-point lead by Byron Center, and they have the basketball. Minute 11 left in this first quarter. Isaac Lee, top of the key, is going to shot fake, going to drive down the lane. No good. Good contest by Jake Johnson. Swartz with the rebound for Northview on the push. Cam Ryans ahead, gets it to go. Good push by Brady Swartz, gets it ahead to Cam, and Cam with the finish. He's got 5. Cats lead it by 1, 11-10. 50 seconds left in the first quarter. 3 ball on the way by the lefty Hinkle, no good. Ball almost goes out of bounds, but E.J. Ryans is going to scoop it up. E.J. with the push, tough pass to handle, tried to get it to brother Cam. Kind of low pass, a little difficult to handle. Cam thought maybe he should have had that though. Turnover Wildcats as they are trying to push. 35 seconds left. Isaac Lee walks it across the timeline. Gets it to Hinkle. Hinkle's going to let another 3 fly. Not shy right there, the lefty. Got jacked up 2 quick threes, nothing doing. Brady Swartz, spin dribble's going to turn it over. Another turnover by the Wildcats. Cats do a pretty good job of taking care of the basketball. Got quite a few turnovers in this one. Bont with the basketball, the sophomore. Going to get it back over to Hinkle. Hinkle's going to turn it over. EJ's gets it, a 3/4 court shot. Draws rim as he about nailed that thing from 3/4 court, does EJ Ryans. As the guest of Northview lead it here 11-10. Your thoughts on that first quarter?
Yeah, it's they got up and down the court a little bit. You wouldn't know it from the score, but both teams pushing it when there's opportunities. But like we talked about in the pregame, both of these teams are defensive oriented, defensive minded, and it's showing that way on the scoreboard.
11-10, Cats lead it. We'll be right back. Check out New Beginnings Restaurant, located at 5200 Northland Drive. Dine in or call for takeout at 616-988-9650. Great food at a great price. Open daily 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. New Beginnings Restaurant. We mentioned it's going to be one of the better games in the area, and these two teams are going at it. They know the importance of this basketball game tonight. Cam Ryans, Brady Swartz, each with 5 points for Northview. EJ with 1 point. And Cam Carroll leads Byron Center with 3 other players with 2 points for Byron Center. And we got a close one here, 11-10 Wildcats on the road. Supposed to be playing this game at home, but it got switched. And Northview will play their second time they play Byron Center will be at Northview, probably one of the later games in the year. Byron Center has the basketball. Hinkle has it. Bont, the sophomore, gets it over now. J.J. Brock, top of the key, being checked by E.J. Ryans. Cam Ryan steps in. J.J. Brock out of control. He likes to get to that basket because he is a dunking machine. But Northview, good scout. They know this personnel very well. Stepped in, took charge.
Yeah, he definitely went hard to the hole, and I think part of that charge was a result of how hard E.J. was playing him on the ball as he went to the hole.
Cam Ryan stepping up, giving up his body. Not an easy thing to take a charge from J.J. He's a football player, physical kid. But if you don't step in, he will elevate over you and slam it in your face. I've seen some of his dunks, and they look like college dunks. Going to be a foul on Byron center. Second foul now on J.J. Brock. He has to come out of the ball game. Came Carroll back into the game. Also back into the game, Ben Hegel. Northview Willis, three-point specialist, no good from the right baseline. They got a good look out of the out-of-bounds plays. Willis could not get it to go. Cam Carroll drives on Van Proyen. Van Proyen's going to get called for the foul.
I think that was probably a good foul. If he didn't make that foul, that was going to be a layup.
Second foul on Van Proyen. Jake Johnson will be looking to come in for him as he's at the scorer's table. Jack's got to be able to play defense here without fouling as Izzy Hatibu out of the ballgame with an injury. That's going to be a big storyline here. And there's Van Proyen just picking up his third foul. It's what he didn't want to do as he didn't box out. And the missed shot by Hegel, he got his own offensive rebound, and then Van Proyen fouled him. So Northview with some injuries to Hatibu, some early foul trouble, and they are not a deep team.
It'll be interesting to see what happens and how Coach Channa plays this. I do see a sub in for him here.
Ben Hegel knocks down the free throw. He's got 3 points. Van Proyen will come out of the ball game with his 3 fouls. So the two kind of big men for Northview. 1 injury, 1 foul trouble. Missed free throw by Hegel. Northview comes away with it. Cam Ryans has it in the open court where he is so good. He's going to stop pop from 17 feet. Another quick shot from Cam in the open court. No good. 11-11 ball game if you're just joining us. 6:50 left in the half. We got a good one here. And some storylines with injuries and foul trouble from Northview. As Byron Center trying to get their way back into the thick of things in this OK White. Cam Carroll, offensive charge as he kind of bullied his way inside. Cam went down hard, gets the charge as Carroll with the size advantage on. And so it's his first foul on Camden Carroll, their leading scorer, leading rebounder, their best player.
Coach Channa might have helped with that call a little bit. It was it could have gone either way, and he yelled what he thought the call was, and I think the ref was influenced a little bit by that. That's a sign of a good coach, though.
Tie ball game, just over 6 minutes left. EJ gets the ball from his brother Cam, gets it back out top. Brady, top of the key, Jake Johnson. He's going to hand it off to Anthony Willis. He's going to have to play more minutes than normal. See if the freshman can step up and have a big game, especially some outside shooting. Shot is blocked by Cam Carroll. EJ Ryans went baseline. Cam Carroll let him know about it, too. Going to get a traveling call by Ferguson. Cam Ryans went over to go after the ball. 2 officials are getting together now. They're going to call a travel on Ferguson was the initial call. Officials getting together. And it's going to be Northview's ball. It also went over to Cam Carroll talking to him about the trash talking as he swatted EJ's ball away, and he kind of got into EJ's face. These two teams going to be going at it all evening long here, early evening. Cam inside. Brady gets it to him. Cam's got to go up. Almost a 3 count. Gets out of the lane. Brady now banks it. No good. Brady gets the offensive rebound. Going to throw it away, though, trying to save it from going out of bounds. Ferguson has it for Byron Center. A lot of contact. Ferguson thought he got mugged going to the basket. No call, but Byron Center will have it underneath their own basket. Yep. Tough to score because the officials are letting them play a little bit. It's a very physical ball game. There's good defense by both teams. Tough to get shots off.
Definitely, both teams being real aggressive. It's playing hard. I like it.
Cam Carroll, top of the key, tried to drive, but couldn't get by the quicker Cam. He's going to try to post up now. Jake Johnson's got him inside, got a mismatch inside right now. Jake gets around 3/4 and gets the steal. Good job, Jake Johnson. They're trying to feed Carroll of Byron Center. Stop, pop, Cam Ryans is short. Anthony Willis with the big offensive rebound. Brady going to throw it away. Bad turnover right there by Swartz. Spin move, right-handed hook, no good, but there's offensive rebound by the big man, Cam Carroll, and he's got size. He gets the rebound put back. Quickly the other way, Northview gets it to EJ. EJ back to Cam. Cam's going to drive on Carroll. He gets his shot blocked by Carroll as the length bothering Cam a little bit here, but Cam will not back away. 3-ball on the way, in and out by Hinkle, no good. Willis tries to cram the rebound, couldn't get it. Loose ball picked up by Byron Center. Bulldogs with the basketball and a 2-point lead, and their crowd is loving every minute of it. They're across the way, they're on their feet, applauding the effort here. Hardest I've seen Byron Center play. They are winded as they are giving it all they have. Got a foul away from the ball.
Yeah, that's on Willis on that switch again, getting a bigger guy on him and just having to fight as hard as he can around that.
And Willis picks up his second foul, so timeout Bulldogs. Joe Rodriguez is going to take the timeout. 4:18 left in the second quarter, and the Bulldogs lead it here at home, 13-11. For all your home improvement services, check out Northview Grad's Greg and Darcy Tool at toolconstruction.com or their Tool Construction Facebook page. You can call them at 616-443-2284. Greg is a licensed and insured builder and has owned the business for 15 years. Call them today for a free estimate. Low-scoring ball game here at Byron Center, as we expected. It usually is low-scoring with these two good, hard-nosed defensive teams. A lot of athletes out on the floor here. 13-11. The home team, Byron Center, leads it by 2 halfway through the second quarter.
Yeah, no points for Northview here halfway through the second quarter.
Good defense by Byron Center, holding Northview shut out in the first 4 minutes. Byron Center with the score. Hegel gets his 5th point of the ball game. Biggest lead of the game for Byron Center. They're up 4. 15-11. Willis, 3-ball, no good. Northview getting a couple quick shots. He was open. Willis was open, kind of flat. Got to get his legs under him. He's not used to playing this intense. That shot is missed by Hegel. Brady Swartz comes away with it. Northview goes around with it. Willis swings around to Cam Ryans. Northview will set it up against the man defense of Byron Center. Kind of a saggy man as they play a lot of help side. Any kind of dribble penetration, they double team. E.J. Ryans makes his present note. Could feel they need his help. He gets all the way to the basket and scores it.
Absolute excellent hesitation dribble. The guy left him and then came back, and then he went right by him.
And he had to go over Carroll, the big 6'8", to get the shot off, and he scores it. Big bucket there by EJ. 15-13, step back 3, no good by Lee. There's Willis with the rebound, gets it over to EJ. Cats have the basketball, could tie it up or take it the lead with the 3. EJ to Cam, 3-ball on the way, can't get it to go. Cam cold from the outside. Jake Johnson with the offensive rebound. Northview with the extra possession with Jake Johnson working hard. That was Cam Carroll he took the ball away from. 2:35 left in the first half. Cam Ryans has it, gets it to Brady. Brady's got 3-ball, top of the key. Back iron, no good. There's Jake Johnson getting another possession for Northview. Gets it to E.J. Ryan's no good. There's Jake Johnson again. Goes in, slaps it off the leg and out of bounds. Jake Johnson scrapping. It's what he does.
Yeah, 3 straight plays. The first one, he got an offensive rebound, got it back out to E.J. for the score. Another offensive rebound here, and then just scrapping and knocking it right off the Byron center play to keep possession.
Love having teammates like that on your team, scrapping like crazy, getting you extra shots.
And getting everybody else energized, too, getting your teammates energized.
Cats cold from the outside, having trouble scoring. Now they're going against a 2-3 zone as they took that ball out of bounds. 2-3 zone being deployed for the first time by Byron Center. Cam baseline, gets all in the basket. Shot looked like it was blocked. The Byron Center crowd didn't like that. Looked like Cam Carroll got that pretty clean, but they're going to call foul on Carroll, his second. And Cam will go to the free throw line shooting 2.
Yeah, looked clean from our angle too, but Cam did a great job of using his body to kind of keep him on his back, and I think they just got him a little bit over the back on it.
Cam shooting 63% from the free throw line this year. Knocks it down. Cam with 6 points. Leads Northview. Brady Swartz with 5, E.J. Ryans with 3. Only 3 players have scored for Northview. Cam gets both free throws. Cam with 7, leading scorer in the ball game. We got it all tied up at 15 in this low-scoring affair. Good defense, good aggressiveness by both teams. Minute 50 left in the half. Jake gets beat a little bit by Isaac Lee. He's going to stop and pop from 15, can't get it. Gets a rebound back, gets it back to Isaac. Now they swing it around. Good job right there by Waite, getting that offensive rebound, getting another possession for Byron Center. Muscling his way inside is Hegel. He got 2 attempts at it, couldn't get it. But then the Wildcats tie him up. Jake Johnson is sucking air. He's playing so hard. He's having a hard time breathing out there. Minute 30. He's going to need to play a lot of minutes with Hatibu injury and the foul trouble on Van Proyen. So Cats playing some players are not used to playing a lot of minutes. Anthony Wilson, Jake Johnson.
Looks like they're unsure if the possession arrow was correct or not, so I think they're talking about it.
Officials over to the scorers table. Going to go Northview ball as they brought it to the attention of the officials. Not sure. Northview will have it. Tie ball game, minute 30. Got a good one here in Byron Center in the OK White. Probably the best game in the area, and I think it's going to come down to the wire just by the way this thing's been going. Buckets are tough to come by. Cam step back, baseline 15-footer, no good, is short. And Byron Center has the basketball. Waite gets it over to Bont. Bont left-handed drive all the way in and scores it. Cassius Bont, the sophomore, gets his first 2 points of the ball game. Puts Byron Center up by 2.
Yeah, pretty little drive. Put some English on that off the backboard to get it to go.
50 seconds left in the half. Baseline jumper. Cats screaming for fouls. Brady was shoved a little bit. Ball's on the floor. We got a jump ball. Brady Swartz. Brady did not get that call. He was certainly bumped. They let it go. He got a decent-looking shot off, but the bump threw him off.
Yeah, a little bump from behind definitely threw off the rhythm there.
And that give Brady Swartz a warning. I'm not sure what the warning was for. But they say that foul is on 15. There is no 15. Not sure who that last foul was called on, but it's going to be Byron Center's basketball. Byron Center has the lead. Looks like they're going to hold it for 1 with 30 seconds left. Isaac Lee has the ball across the timeline, being checked by Brady Swartz. They kind of get into their set now. 20 seconds left. Isaac Lee still dribbling around with the basketball. They go to get inside, turnover. Cam Ryan's fronting the man, got the basketball, gets it over to EJ. 10 seconds left. Cam with the basketball. Northview should hold for 1. 5 seconds. Cam up and in. They're going to get a foul on the ground before the shot. Cam will be going to the free throw line to shoot 2, as that's the 5th team foul. So new rule with 5 fouls in the quarter, you automatically shoot 2 whether you're in the act or not. They said he was not in the act of shooting anyways. Foul on the ground. Van Stensel's going to be coming into the ball game here. Jaden, the sophomore, trying to keep people from getting a 3rd foul with 4.7 seconds left here in the half. Cam will be shooting 2. Knocks down the 1st one. 3 in a row now at the line for Cam Ryans. He's got 8, leading scorer in the game. Cam Carroll leads Byron Center with 6.
Yeah, good job by Cam there on that drive to keep control of the ball and get that physical contact and get the foul.
Willis comes out of the ball game, so he doesn't get his 3rd foul because he's got 2. Cam makes the free throw. He's got 9. Got a tie game. And Jaden with the foul to give, trying to waste some time. That looked like people not understanding thought, well, why is he doing that? They had a foul to give, so Jaden Van Stensel with the foul. The officials got the wrong one. Now they make the switch. They called it on the wrong guy. 1.6 seconds left. Half-court heave at the buzzer. No good, as it was pretty close by Bont. And we got a 17-17 tie here at Byron Center. A defensive struggle and 2 teams getting at it. And as I look over, as Izzy Atibu on crutches, ice around his left ankle, he will not be coming back into this ball game. Hopefully he's okay for the future. Your thoughts on that first half?
Yeah, that's a defensive struggle like we talked about it was going to be. Buckets are hard to come by. The times when you do get those open looks, you got to knock them down, and both teams are missing a few of those. But it's when you're working hard to get those open shots, you got to have your legs under you, and it's difficult sometimes. So, good defense, good rebounding, and both teams are playing extremely hard.
17-17, low scoring, and we'll come back after the David Channa interview, talking about the last 3 ball games that the Wildcats have played that we didn't broadcast for you. So we got his thoughts on those 3 games, and then after that we'll come back and we'll recap this first half for you and go over the individual scoring. As Kyle Zimdar, Mike Diebold on the call for you this evening. We got a good one in Byron Center. Make sure you come back to this second half. We got some good listenership I can see going on. A lot of people in the area interested in this ball game tonight. And we got a good one. 17-17. And going to turn things over to the interview that I had earlier today with Coach David Channa. Here with Northview head coach David Channa, kind of recapping the 3 games that were not broadcast. The first one, a huge win at Forest Hill Central. It sounds like Cam Ryans went off. He had a career-high 33 points. Talk about that big win on the road at Forest Hill Central.
Oh, it was a good win. I think anytime we can go to Forest Hills and get a win, just a league win like that, it helps. It helps just kind of the outlook of the season, gives you some confidence. And, that's a tried-and-true program that's been competitive. I think they've already got 10 wins or 10-3 or something like that on the year. And they're good. That's a good team. And I thought our kids did a really good job setting the tone defensively, in the first half. And I think we kind of wore them out for the second. So I was proud of our kids, proud of their effort. Cam's Cam. He can really put the ball in the net, and he was locked in that night.
Sounds like you guys shot pretty well from behind the arc. When you guys do that, you're very difficult to beat.
Yes, it's probably true for most basketball teams too.
True.
They go.
Yeah,
they go.
that's true.
You feel pretty good.
Yeah. So who else played well in that game? Cam, obviously 33 was on fire. You say you set the tone defensively. You thought that was the key?
Absolutely. I thought Brady Swartz did a great job too. Just getting to the rim, getting the foul line. And then for EJ Ryans, I don't think that we talk enough about EJ and just how special of a player he is. He's a kid that you look at the stat sheets and he's never number 1 in the scoring column, but he's always up there in assists. And if you know basketball and watch it, we don't have the success we've had over the past 4 years without E.J. Ryans. He's that good of a basketball player, and I would, say all of our wins heavily are on him. Just his maturity and the way that he handles the game.
Yeah, EJ, 2-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. Izzy Hatibu's got a 2-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. But the rest of your players don't have a positive assist to turnover ratio, and people just don't realize how important that is to have like an E.J. Ryans on your team who can distribute to the ball and be unselfish and not take bad shots and get it to your good players who can score it.
Absolutely. I mean, you think about E.J., All-State the last 3 years, everybody knows E.J. Ryans, hits a game winner against Catholic. Committed to play Division I basketball at Western Michigan, and most high school kids walking this season like, all right, I'm gonna go get mine. I'm gonna have fun. He only cares about winning. That's it to him. Actually, the other day in practice, he came up to me. He's like, Coach, I got a problem. And I'm like, what? What's your problem? He said, I'm so competitive. And I'm like, I don't think that's a problem. He's like, no, it's bad. And he was telling me a story about he went bowling and he didn't bowl well to start. So he bought another lane on the side and practiced while everybody else got bowling so he can win. Like, if that doesn't tell you who that kid is, I don't know what does.
That's a competitor right there. You gotta love it. All right, let's talk about at East Grand Rapids. Kind of a slow start. I believe the second quarter East got going a little bit and made that kind of a close game in the second half. You guys took care of business and got them pretty good in that second half. But talk about the East Grand Rapids game.
Yeah, East, they present a different challenge. They run the flex and they do it really good. And it's a team that, you want to talk about a team that slows the ball down. They slows the game down. They don't care how many times they pass it. So we really try and get up the passing lanes and turn them into drivers. They made a lot of those drives when we did that, and they kind of got settled there in the first quarter. I believe the second quarter we allowed 6 points, and the third quarter we allowed 4 points, if I remember correctly. So we had a bad first quarter, gave them 15 defensively, and then we kind of got in our groove there and got moving. So, proud of our kids for being mature to kind of, just see it through, keep doing your job. Didn't have a great start there to get going. Then
we, last Saturday, got to get it showcased at East Kentwood, a big state showcase, a lot of top teams in the state there. You played a very good team in Detroit, Martin Luther King, and you guys found yourselves down 8 at the half, and looked like you guys are going to have a last-second shot to win it, and it goes in. A little bit of time left on the clock, and you end up losing on a last-second shot. But what a fun ball game to watch.
Yeah, it wasn't a fun one to sit there at the end of. It's just, it's amazing how 1 point can make you feel so bad.
Yep.
It was like a funeral walking out of the locker room. But, I'm proud of our kids for a couple thoughts here. First thought is our kids are highly competitive, and I'm happy that they don't just walk off thinking, we gave it a good effort and lost by 1 at the buzzer or whatever. I'm happy that they have that mindset of it's just not good enough. It's not good enough. We practiced that Sunday, and the kids are dialed in and locked in afterwards, which is, I'm happy with, because you look at us on paper, we're young. We talk about Cam Ryans a lot and, how good he is. He's still a sophomore, and his maturity in the film session was amazing. Just top to bottom, just being ready to get better and learn from our mistakes and try and move forward. So I was proud of our kids for that.
All right, Coach, good recap, and again, good luck the rest of the way.
All right, thanks, Coach.
And that was David Chana of the Northview Wildcats. As we mentioned in this ball game here, 17-17 at the half. Byron Center, a good team, a 6-4 record. They've beaten Rockford, they've beaten Forest Hill Central, two of the area's better teams in the top 10 in the area here. But sometimes they'll play a little up and down. But they got 4 players on this court in their top 6 that play. 4 players are going to be playing college ball, one of them football, but 3 basketball. As Isaac Lee is going to be a wide receiver playing football in college. Cam Carroll, only a junior, he's got Division I offers for basketball. Ben Hegel, he's a Northwood commit. And then J.J. Brock is going to be a 2-star athlete. He's going to play basketball and track at Aquinas. So this team's got some talent. They're playing on their home floor, and they're giving the Wildcats all they want, as we knew would be the case, because in the last couple of years, these kids who know each other and been battling against each other have had some close games.
Yeah, you know, when you've got those many athletes, and Northview's got some incredible athletes as well, you know it's going to be a tough, hard-fought game, and the defensive battle score reflects that. And we'll see if people have legs for the second half, especially Northview with, you know, Izzy being out for the game, and you know they brought in a seventh guy there at the end there, but really playing with six most of that first half.
Yeah, Anthony Willis getting more minutes than normal. With Van Proyen being in foul trouble, and but Jake Johnson, huge effort off the bench as he always does. But he's logged a lot of minutes in this game too. Individual scoring: Byron center Connor Ferguson with 2, Cassius Bont with 2, Trey Sluter with 2, Ben Hegel with 5. High point man for Byron center Cam Carroll with 6 points in that first half. Northview only 3 players scoring in that first half. E.J. Ryans with 3. Brady Swartz has been held in check with 5. He's averaging 20 points per game. Cam Ryan's right about his average. He's got 9. He's also got the most shots up, but he's got 9 points that lead all scorers in this ball game. He averaged 20 a game. So we'll see if we can get Brady going a little bit in this second half, as he's 15 points under his average right now, and see if the Wildcats can come up with a big, huge road victory, which they're going to need if they want to win a league title, a three-peat, which has only happened one other time in Northview history.
Yeah, it's always a struggle. Everybody wants to beat the champs and stuff, so you're battling every time.
Starting the second half will be normal starters except Jake Johnson, who will be in for Izzy Hatibu, who's still walking around. He's putting a little bit more pressure on his ankle here. He's got the crutches, but he is able to put some pressure on it, but I don't see him coming back into this ball game.
No, not when you got that ice pack on your ankle. It's unlikely that's going to happen.
So normal starters for Byron Center: Ferguson, Lee, Carroll, Hegel, and Brock. Check that Sluter will be starting for Byron Center. And Proyen gets it inside to Cam, going right to left on your radio dial now here. Brady Swartz trying to get it going, and he does. Stops Pop's 17-footer. Good sign for Brady to get that first one to go.
Yeah, great control on the way up there. Good balance.
Cats with the first lead in a while. They've been playing from behind in this ball game. Cats lead it by 2 as they score first, draw first blood in the second half. Isaac Lead swings it around Carroll. Carroll baseline drive. He's going to dunk the ball. He got no help side D. Cam Carroll starts things off for the Bulldogs with a slam.
Yeah,
he's got 8 points.
Flew right by his defender and slammed it home. Like you said, no help side on that one.
Johnson gets it left wing. Ryans over now to Cam Ryans. Northview, good ball movement. I think they talked about getting some touches on offense. Brady Swartz with a little floater from 8 feet, can't get it to go. A little long, and away with the rebound is Ben Hegel for Byron Center.
Yeah, that's a good look, though. Good way Northview really swung that ball around the corner. Got Brady a good look from 8 feet or so.
Ferguson with the basketball being checked by Van Proyen. Van Proyen's got to get off a little bit. Tight end linebacker on the football team. He likes contact. He's not afraid to get after people. And at times he can get in foul trouble. Isaac Lee has it now. Kind of just a token offense right now. Byron Center kind of taking the air out of the ball, trying to lull Northview to sleep. And Isaac's going to drive all the way down the lane. Can't get it to go. But there's Cam Carroll with the putback. No one boxed him out.
Yeah, the help side came over, and that left a wide open lane for the offensive rebound.
Carroll with 10, and a 2-point lead now for Byron Center. Johnson, left wing, Swartz. High pick and roll, gets it over Van Proyen. They swing it around to the other side. Cam Ryans has it, top of the key, getting a lot more touches. A little more player movement for Northview. EJ's going to shoot a 3, no good. There's Carroll with the rebound for Byron Center, he's going to throw it away. Sloppy left-handed full court pass. Didn't have enough on it, and E.J. Ryans picks it off. E.J. gets it. Nice pass to Jake Johnson. E.J. with the assist. Jake Johnson with the bunny for 2. His first 2 points of the ball game. Shot is up and in. Hegel muscles his way inside, gets a 2-footer. Cats giving up a couple easy ones inside. Got to make Byron Center earn it. Van Proyen from 3, top of the key, no good. Just front irons it a little bit. Look right on. Under 5-minute mark. Bulldogs lead it by 2. Carroll step back from 8 feet. Air ball to the long. Cam Ryans for Northview with the rebound and the push. Coast to coast. Goes up strong. Going to get fouled. Cam will be going to the free throw line. As he does so well, gets the rebound. He'll push it himself until someone can stop him.
Yeah, and I like that last shot by Van Proyen. Carroll's guarding him, and he's just kind of been sagging way back into the lane, dealing with any traffic that comes through there. So maybe that'll draw him out a little bit, at least give that feign that he's going to do that and take that shot.
Cam 4 for 4 at the line today, 68% free throw shooter, and there's the jinx again. Cam leading scorer in that first half with 9 points. Jake Johnson coming out of the game. Anthony Willis enters the game.
And Northview made their, what I believe are their first 2 threes, and then have missed their last 6.
Cam knocks down the free throw. He's got double figures. He's got 10. Carroll and Cam Ryans, each with 10 points. The 2 best players from both teams. E.J. and Brady Swartz right there from Northview 2. Cam is the leading scorer for Northview by a couple points. Isaac Lee. Van Proyen trying to post up Carroll. Carroll's trying to get active inside now. Isaac Lee. High pick and roll. Switch. Van Proyen on Lee now. Lee blows by him. No good. There's Carroll with the cleanup. Cam Carroll. As people are moving over as they're getting beat to help out, Carroll slides in and gets the missed
Yep, same
shot.
thing as the last putback.
Yep.
As the help side comes over, and then there's nobody boxing out him.
Carroll with 12, leading scorer in the ball game. 3-point lead by the Bulldogs. Brady Swartz, more contact, can't get a call. Van Proyen's going to get an over the back as Ferguson, the shorter player, boxes him out. And Van Proyen got to do a better job of not fouling and staying on the floor. He's battling for the board, but he went over his back. Coach Channa sees this one not going the way they want to. He's going to call a timeout. Byron Center leads it 25-22, low-scoring affair. 3:48 left in the third. We'll be right back. For all your home improvement services, check out Northview grads Greg and Darcy Tool at toolconstruction.com or their Tool Construction Facebook page. You can call them at 616-443-2284. Greg is a licensed and insured builder and has owned the business for 15 years. Call them today for a free estimate. Bulldogs lead it by 3 here, about halfway through this third quarter. Did you hear what Coach Channa had to say to the boys?
Yeah, he was talking about making sure you stay in front of your man and then finish the possession with a rebound.
Stayed in front of the man because they've been getting beat. Then you get the help side coming over, and Carroll's just been cleaning up the misses from the players helping out, challenging the shot.
We talked about those second chance points early in the second half, or in the first.
Carroll gets the ball inside, missed an easy one as he flattened. Jake Johnson thought he got the charge call. No call. He had an easy one, missed it, got the putback, and he missed that one too. EJ in traffic. It's going to get tied up as the Wildcats going to turn it over. EJ and Ferguson going at it. See if that sparked the Wildcats here a little bit. See if that gets EJ going. EJ didn't like the little altercation there. Not anything cheap, but Sometimes that'll get someone going. I think they need a little EJ in this ball game. Brady's struggling a little bit. Cam's doing what Cam does. Need some EJ and Brady to get going offensively for Northview. Isaac Lee, 3-ball on the way, no good. Jake Johnson with the rebound. Here comes EJ. He's looking to push. Gets a handoff to his brother Cam. Cam stops from 3, got it. Cam Ryans with the big 3 from the top of the key after the handoff from his brother EJ. We got a tie ball game, 25 all, 2:44 left in the third quarter. This one's going down to the wire, folks. And a good one. Cam Carroll, spin dribble, bucket, and the foul. Jake Johnson just oversized, and a nice move by Cam Carroll. He's got 14.
Yeah, that's just a great move from a big guy. You know, he went hard to the left and then a spin move. You don't see that from a lot of 6'9" guys.
And then's got the long arms, and Jake did all he could do, but just oversized. Got it up off the glass and gets the call. So Carroll hit his first 2 free throws in this ball game. A good free throw shooter, looking for his 15th point. Got a whistle, got a lane violation. Said Cassius Bont somehow stepped in the lane, the sophomore, so Carroll's free throw really didn't even get it off. They blew the whistle as he was kind of shooting it. 2:30 left in the third quarter. Bulldogs with the 2-point lead. Wildcats with the basketball. Can take the lead here or tie it up at the 2. Cam Carroll blocks Cam Ryans. Reverse layup inside, and then he runs the floor, but there's Jake Johnson with the reject as it looked like Carroll was going to get the layup. Johnson hustles back, blocks it out of bounds, so Byron Center will have the ball underneath their own basket.
Yeah, back-to-back blocks.
Out of bounds play here. They get it in. Inside on the block is Carroll. He muscles his way inside. Brady Swartz, a lot of contact, no call. They let him play, and he couldn't get it up on the board, did Carroll. Northview comes away with it. Cam Ryans, coast to coast, little 8-footer in traffic. Nice soft touch.
Yeah, terrific touch there, and going all the way down, right down the middle. No one's going to pick him all the way up, and he put it up.
Tie ball game at 27, minute 44. Cam with 15, Carroll with 14. The Cams going at it, back and forth. Not guarding each other, but trading buckets. 3-ball on the way by Sluter is good. Check that, that's Bont. Cassius Bont with that 3. Cat's going to turn it over, coming quickly the other way. Knocked away by Ferguson. Another turnover by the Cats.
A lot of contact on that drive. Coach Chan is giving it to the refs right now.
So it wasn't a turnover. He's going up for the shot. A lot of contact, knocked out of bounds. They said it went off him. So Byron Center's basketball.
Byron Center's been doing a little more concerted effort to get it into Carroll. He's out of the lineup right now, but they're looking to get it inside a little bit more this half.
Bont has it, gets it over to Ferguson. A little weave up top. Almost a 3. Hinkle was going to let it fly, decided not to. Bont has it, and a 3-man weave up top. Ferguson now being checked by Willis. High pick and roll. Willis gets over the top, got an illegal screen. Nice job as Hugo with the illegal screen, but a nice job by Willis getting over the top of that screen and causing the illegal screen.
Yeah, absolutely. He forced that call. Going over the top of it, he made 22 have to move to get a piece of him, and the refs were right on it.
Nice mature move by the freshman, Anthony Willis. Big play right there. Cats get the ball back, find themselves down 3. Man defense by Byron Center. E.J. Ryan, see if we can get him going a little bit. He's going to get to the basket. He's going to get pushed out of bounds. Foul. J.J. Brock, his 3rd foul. And out of bounds play underneath their own basket for the Wildcats. Coach calls out a play. Wildcats a little confused on where they're positioned. They're not get much out of this because players don't know where they're supposed to be. Having trouble getting it in. They finally do. Swartz gets it. Didn't really execute an out of bounds play there at all.
They did not. Lucky to just get it in, like you said.
2-3 zone now out of bounds from Byron Center being deployed. Wildcats, Cam Ryans flashes the free throw line, gets it, drives left hand, tough move, scores it. Cam Ryans with the left hand finish.
Terrific spin move. When he gets the ball in the middle, he's dangerous. He can go either way and is excellent at finishing when he gets near the rim.
Bulldogs by 1, have the basketball, 12 seconds left in this quarter. Bont has the basketball. He's being checked by Jake Johnson, drives the basket, kicks it inside. Tough shot, gets it to go. J.J. Brock gets his first 2 points as he had an awkward shot coming around the backboard to get that in. It gets it to go at the end of the quarter, and Byron Center is going to take a 3-point lead, 32-29 over the Cats. We'll be right back to this exciting fourth quarter. Team IT. Call owners Brady or Sam at 616-591-3139 for all your computing needs. They specialize in business IT, consulting and security, as well as managed IT solutions. Team IT. Both these teams going back and forth. I believe the biggest lead of the game has been 4 points by Byron Center. Northview has had the lead no more than by 2 points in the ball game. So it's been close all the way. It is a 3-point lead by Byron Center as we go to the fourth quarter in this one. And this is going to be an intense 8 minutes. Would not be surprised if this goes more than 8 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. The first 24 have been aggressive. Players are playing hard. A lot of contact. A lot of good effort from everybody. And we're gonna see how this last 8 minutes goes and see who can come out with a victory.
Cam Ryans leads all scorers. Leads Northview with 17 points. Cam Carroll, second leading scorer in the ball game with 14, leads Byron Center. So the two Cams going at it scoring-wise. See if we can get Brady Swartz going. 20 points per game. Has not scored very much in this game. He's got 7, only 2 in this half. Brady has it, drives. Cam Ryan, step back 3, tough shot, air ball, but there's Brady hustling to get the rebound. Bounces it off. Looked like it was saved by Bond. Bond thinks he had it, diving out of bounds, but they said he stepped on the line, so Northview will have it underneath their own basket. Northview down 3 with the basketball underneath their own hoop. 7:30 left in the ball game. Gets it into EJ. Post up Cam. Cam's on the low block. Heagles muscling him, so Cam brings it right back out. EJ to Van Proyen. Swings it left, Brady. Swartz has it. Tries to get in the lane. Brady just not with it off the dribble today. Usually he takes people off the dribble a little bit more. Now he's trying to post up. EJ's going to dribble, drive in the lane, a lot of contact, scores it. EJ Ryans with the tough drive and finish.
Great body control to put it up there nice and soft on the glass to get it to go.
Cats down 1, backdoor cut. Cam Ryans going to foul. Nice Ferguson pass to the backdoor cut by Bont. Goes around the other side, and he gets fouled. Cam Ryans with his first foul.
Yeah, great cut, great pass, and I think Cam was there. He just kind of came down on him with the arm. If he would have stayed straight, I think we would have had a missed shot.
Bont misses the first free throw. Yeah, Cam challenged the shot, made him do a reverse layup, made it a little tougher, but got the foul called on him. His first. Got a 1-point ball game. Still 1 point as he misses both free throws. 2 big misses by the sophomore right there. Northview with the rebound. Cam inside, gets it knocked away by Ferguson, out of bounds, going to stay here with Northview. Ferguson almost got that for Byron Center, but Northview will have it underneath their own basket. Let's see if they execute their out of bounds plays a little better here. Not much execution on the blobs underneath. Cam, they just EJ looking for 3, dribble drive, keeps his dribble. Keeps his poise, backs it back out. Cam Ryans now. Northview will set against the 2-3 zone. See if the Cats can get a 3 ball. See if we can get Brady a 3 ball or Willis out of there. Going to get it inside to Cam. Going to get called, 3-second call?
Yeah, 3 seconds.
You don't see that called too much anymore.
Oh, no, it didn't. It wasn't 3
Oh,
seconds.
foul. on Van Proyen, trying to get position. It wasn't even a shot or an attempt to get the ball to him. He was just kind of posting up. Gets called for the overzealous posting.
He was just kind of setting a screen for Cam to come across, and I guess it was almost like he was boxing the guy out, and I guess they said he moved on it.
Van Proyen comes out of the ball game.
That was his fifth.
It's fifth foul, so he has to come out of the ball game. Willis into the ball game, as is Jake Johnson. Cam Carroll on the ground, ball's on the floor, and Northview comes away. A lot of contact, no core. We got a scrum going on there. Another letting them play both ways. A lot of contact both ways. Missed shot by Byron Center. Northview comes away with it. We got a football game going on out here.
We sure do. A lot of people on the floor there.
The officiating crew has done a lot of big games, and they're letting them play. E.J. Ryans gets all the way to the basket and scores it. He's got 7. Cats back in the lead, 33-32. A little over 5 minutes left in the ball game. Baseline drive kicked all the way around. 3-ball no good by Byron Center's Sluter. We got a whistle, and it's going to be on the Wildcats. Jake Johnson's going to get called for the whistle. Northview crowd behind us doesn't like that.
Yeah, both players boxing out real hard. Arms kind of both tangled, and you could have taken your pick on who you called that on.
5.5 minutes left in the ball game. Cats up 1. Carroll, little 8-footer, no good for Byron Center. And there's Northview with the rebound. Jake Johnson with the strong rebound. He's going to be fouled by Ferguson. Connor Ferguson, the senior, his 3rd foul. And that's the first foul in this quarter for Byron Center. Northview has 3 fouls in this quarter.
Johnson came down with that rebound, but that was a result of E.J. Ryans crashing that board hard to keep that ball out of the Byron Center's hands.
Cats lead it by 1. E.J. Ryans walks it across the timeline, being checked by Isaac Lead. Gets it over to brother Cam. Cam will back to E.J. E.J. 3-ball, top of the key, all around the rim and won't go. And Byron Center has it. Ferguson has the basketball for Byron Center. That looked like it was going in for E.J.
Yeah, that was halfway down. He's been taking the lead on the scoring here in the last few minutes, and they wanted to keep him going. Carroll
being checked by Johnson, gets his way all the way in, scores it. Jake Johnson kind of did the flop trying to get the foul called on him, and that help side comes over and fouls. And so Cam Carroll is going to get the bucket and the foul called on Jake Johnson after he got up off the floor. Carroll going to the free throw line looking for the and 1 as the Bulldogs back in the lead by 1. Carroll nothing but net. He's got 17 on the ball game.
And that is Johnson's 4th there, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that as well with 4.5 to go.
If any of these Northview players foul out, it's going to be huge because off the bench is not many people have hardly any minutes at all, any meaningful minutes in crunch times. Sluter's going to get the foul away from the ball. 2nd team foul for Byron Center. Sluter's 2nd. 4:38 left in this one. 3-point lead by the Bulldogs. Biggest lead of the game has been 4 by either team. The Bulldogs got up 4 once in that first half. It has been tight and low scoring all the way. Buckets are hard to come by. These two physical, defensive-minded teams. Brady Swartz gets a baseline drive, gets in the lane. A lot of contact, no call. Brady having a lot of trouble getting things going with all the contact. Isaac Lee the other way, spin dribble, no good. Carroll for Byron Center gets the rebound, but he misses the put back in a lot of traffic. And E.J. Ryans has it for Northview. Northview down 2 at the basketball. Going to get called for travel in traffic. Tell you what, it'd be difficult to play in this game the way it's called.
Yeah, it's a little bit inconsistent. You don't know what you're going to be able to get away with, what you're not
going to be able to get away
with. Yeah. Great challenge defensively last time by EJ to stop Carroll from getting that bucket.
So EJ did a spin dribble, gets a lot of traffic, and gets called for a travel as he's getting bumped going through the traffic. And then Byron Center came away with it, and Byron Center calls the timeout. So we're halfway through this fourth quarter, 4:01 to be exact, and the Bulldogs with the 2-point lead. Cam Ryans leads Northview in scoring with 17. Brady Swartz with 7. EJ Ryans with 7. And for Byron Center, Cam Carroll, the junior, with 17, and Ben Hegel with 7. So defensive battle, physical, officials letting them play, and it's just difficult to get any kind of scoring going because you got size and physicality and good athletes guarding you, and you're not getting any calls.
Yeah, for sure, and it's hard to get in a rhythm offensively in these type of games too, where you're not sure exactly what physicality is going to be called and what's not, and it's just hard to get into a rhythm. I would expect Byron Center to try to find a way to get it into Carroll on this possession.
And the 3 ball's not really going down for either team. Northview's hit 3 of them, and Byron Center's hit 1. So a lot of times when it's like that, see if you can knock down some open threes, but there's not many open looks. Byron Center with the basketball. Isaac Lee gets it across the timeline, being checked by the much taller Brady Swartz. Willis is checking Ferguson, kind of playing the point here. Ferguson and Lee both at the point duties. Get it into Carroll. Carroll being checked by Cam Ryans. They double team down low. Swing it outside, turns it away. Carroll, good double team by Anthony Willis on Carroll. Dropping down, double team in the post. He looked diagonal, which he should. Just a bad pass by Carroll out of bounds. Big turnover for Byron Center.
Yeah, like you said, good double team by Willis, but Cam Ryans also really held his ground, kept him 8-10 feet away from the basket instead of 4.
Cam Ryans tries to drive the basket. A lot of bumping. Almost thrown away. Good defense by Byron Center. These kids have been doing their games for 3 years. This is the best defense. They are engaged defensively. Best defense I've seen Byron Center play. Usually they're a little bit more lackadaisical on the defensive side of the ball. They rely on their size and physicalness. But they're having some good Northview players having trouble getting shots off. 3:09, Northview has it. Brady Swartz gets it over to Cam Ryans. Cam top of the key, mishandles his dribble. EJ backs it out now, going to reset. 2:57 left in this one. Bulldogs by 2. Wildcats with the basketball. Lee checking EJ Ryans, gets it over to brother Cam. Being checked by Hegel. Jake Johnson faked like he was going to shoot a 3. Carroll's sagging off Jake Johnson. Carroll's in the lane. Stops, pops. Cam no good from 15 feet from the free throw line. Just back irons. Looked like good, but couldn't get it to go. And Byron Center will have the basketball.
Yeah, Northview is trying to get it inside on that possession, but Carroll's sagging so much off his guy they couldn't find a lane.
Carroll has it, gets it over left wing. Sluter gets it inside. Hegel bouncing. Hegel got away with a walk. Going to get an offensive charge call. Hegel trying to muscle his way inside. Probably traveled first, but gets as he was just backing himself in, muscling his way in, trying to get the easy bucket through Jake Johnson. Jake chested him right up. An offensive foul for Byron Center. Northview will have it.
Yeah, stood his ground, and I think he got a nice elbow to the face there on that possession.
Cats down 2 with the basketball. 2 minutes left in this one. May be seeing more. And there's Brady Swartz. Cannot get the 15-footer. Fouls the shot. Gets the ball back. Going to get called for a travel. Brady Swartz got the ball back. Did kind of like a step back. And he's going to get called for the travel on the step back jumper.
Yeah, good job following his own shot to get that rebound. But then, yeah, he definitely walked.
Minute 50 left in the ball game. High double pick and roll to the basket goes Hinkle. He kicks it out wide to Sluter. They swing it around to Lee now. Minute 33. Isaac Lee's going to try to dribble in the lane. Being checked by Jake Johnson. Isaac Lee drives by, gets in the lane, kicks it over to Hegel. They're just kind of holding the ball. Is Byron Center. Coach telling him, get up. Northview is. They're all over the players. Denying. and they're just holding on to the ball as Hinkle gets inside, had a layup, missed the layup, did Hinkle, and away comes the Wildcats with it. Cam Ryans out to EJ, 3-ball on the way, got it! EJ Ryans, the senior, steps up and hits a big three. EJ Ryans with his 10th point knocks a dagger in from the top of the key with 58 seconds left, and the Cats lead it by 1. Big shot by EJ.
Huge shot, incredible job on defense there. Byron Center was not in a big hurry, but Northview's pressure defensively kind of forced them to go towards the hole, and they missed a layup, and Northview secured it, and EJ hit that big three. They put him up 1.
EJ has 11 3 on the season. Doesn't shoot a lot of them. 1 a game is made, shooting about 32% from behind the arc. But he had a decent look at that one from the dribble drive from brother Cam. Gets him the ball, got a good look at it, nothing but net, and a huge 3-ball by EJ Ryans. And after that kind of a minute and a half, I'd say about a minute stall by Byron Center, they weren't really looking to score. But they did get a good look inside, couldn't get it to go. And the Cats come down, get a look from 3, and EJ knocks it down. 58.2 seconds to be exact. Cats have a 1-point lead. Byron Center will have the basketball. Cats are not pressing. They're going to pick them up at half court. Man defense.
I think Byron Center will be patient here, and I think they'll try to find Carroll at some point in this possession.
Lee has the basketball, gets it to Carroll at the right. Carroll into the lane, over Cam Ryans, muscles his way into the basket, goes over Ryans and scores it. Carroll with 19. Byron Center back up 1. 38 seconds left. Cam Ryans, top of the key, is going to drive to the basket. High arcer, gets it to go. Cam Ryans with the high arcer. High off the glass, rattles it in. And Northview takes a 1-point lead. Back and forth we go.
Back and forth, this is great. Good offense by both teams on there. I was going to say, defensively on Carroll, Cam Ryans did a great job holding his ground, but Carroll just went right up over him and made a tough bucket. And then right back come Cam to do the same thing. 27.2 seconds left, so let's reset this for you. Northview leads it by 1, 38-37. The team fouls, the Wildcats, if they foul, Byron Center will be shooting 2. That will be the 5th team foul for Northview in this quarter. The Byron Center Bulldogs have 1 foul to give. They got 3 fouls here, so they got 1 to give, and Northview won't be shooting. But then that next foul after that, there'll be 2 free throws for Northview. So advantage right there with the Bulldogs. Northview on the floor in their black uniforms, red trim. They lead it by 1, 30.1 seconds left, and Byron Center will have the basketball, most likely not against any full court pressure. Cats don't usually do that. Yeah, Coach Shanna called that timeout after the score. It'll be interesting to see how they defend it, because I know Byron Center will want to get it into Carroll if they can.
Byron Center will have it, got to go 94 feet, 28 seconds left. Lee has the basketball for Byron Center. Plenty of time, 25 seconds. EJ Ryans checking Lee. Lee trying to get in the lane. Cam Ryans with the steal, and we got a foul. Looked like maybe Cam looked like he was going to double dribble it, but got a foul away from the ball. That foul is on number 11. It must be 10, he said. There's not an 11 out. That must be Isaac Lee with that foul. They say 10. That is Isaac Lee with the foul. That was the foul to give. Smart foul, because it looked like Cam was going to have a breakaway. Northview's going to have the basketball out of bounds. 16.1 seconds left. Cats are going to have to hit some free throws. They'll be shooting 2 if they get fouled, whether it's in the act of shooting or not. And we got a timeout by Byron Center. Coach Joe Rodriguez calls timeout. And Northview will have the basketball 3/4 court away from their hoop. And they will have it with a 1-point lead. So obviously they're going to see a lot of pressure from Byron Center, and they're going to have to knock down some big free throws. They will be shooting 2, though. Yeah. But that foul needed to be committed because Cam was going to come down with a breakaway layup. So Lee had to foul, and which makes it big now because now this next foul is going to be 2 free throws for Northview with a 1-point lead.
Yep, Northview's got 2 timeouts. They got to be aware of that if they get in trouble, and be strong, come meet every pass, so you don't have a turnover here.
And you get the ball in the hands of your free throw shooter. 89% E.J. Ryans, and Brady Swartz, a good free throw shooter, but you want the ball. E.J. is taking the ball out of bounds. And he's going to get a timeout call. I don't know if I like with that. Only 16 seconds left. I would want E.J. with the ball in his hands coming off a pick. But E.J.'s taking the ball out of bounds. Their best ball handler, senior, and best free throw shooter. But my guess, maybe they got something where he gets it in and then they get it right back to him. But
I think so too. And it's a tough decision there. But you also want your best passer, best decision maker, making the one throwing that in, because that's where the biggest pressure is going to be coming from.
That's a good point. Give me that 89% free throw shooter touching the ball.
Yep.
But we'll see what happens here as Swartz and Cam Ryans were coming back to the basketball. Both of them pretty good free throw shooters. Cam Ryan 67% on the year. Brady Swartz 75%. EJ a 90% free throw shooter. EJ going to take the ball out of bounds. Got Swartz in the front court with them. He got Cam way deep. He'll probably come sprinting to the ball off a couple of these picks.
I'd like to see Johnson go get it and get it right back to EJ. No one's guarding him.
16 seconds left. There's Cam, EJ. They get it into, almost turned over, out of bounds. Isaac Lee almost with the steal, trying to get it away from Cam. Goes out of bounds.
Yeah, they're coming back. They're coming back to the ball on the initial set, but then after they don't get it in right away, they're kind of running away from the ball. I got to go towards it.
Northview's basketball is a signal. The officials are getting together for some reason. I don't know if it's a clock issue. It was 16.1 seconds. Now it's 14.5. So we're coming over the scores table. Might be adding a little bit more time. Trying to get 15 seconds on the clock instead of 14.5. I just heard him say this high school ball, is it possible to get 15 seconds? 15.8 seconds on the clock. And Northview is going to be trying to get it. Now they get it back to EJ. EJ has the basketball, and EJ gets fouled by Ferguson. So they got the ball into Anthony Willis. Anthony gets it right back to EJ, who is not being guarded, who just stepped right back on the floor. EJ gets fouled. Right man, right spot, your senior. And shooting 90% from the free throw line. He's got 2 shots here with a 1-point lead and 12.3 seconds left. EJ rims it in and out, misses the first free throw, which means if he hits this, a 3-ball could win it for Byron Center. A 2 could tie. EJ just needs to knock this free throw down. 12.3 seconds. E.J. Ryan's at the line. Got it. Nothing but net. He's got 11 points. Timeout, Coach Rodriguez of Byron Center. Cats lead it by 2, 39-37. 12.3 seconds left. Byron Center will have the basketball underneath Northview's basket. They got to go 94 feet, 12 seconds. A 2 will tie it. A 3 will win it.
Yeah, I appreciate you inviting me to come do this game with you. This is exciting, And on the third inbounds pass, they finally got it in and did exactly what we were talking about. In quickly, and then right back to EJ, who was the inbounder. Got him at the line, and now 1 of 2, and they're up 2 points.
And EJ was not being guarded out of bounds. They're doubling up other players, and so when EJ got the ball in to Anthony Willis down the court a little bit, who was coming back to the basketball, it was easy to get the ball back to EJ because he was wide open. And then a couple dribbles and he got fouled. So we'll see how this 12.3 seconds. Coach Jana needing some agua. We're both cracking up. 12.3 seconds. A little pressure packed here right now. Hopefully he'll be in a good mood in 12.3 seconds.
Yeah, those 4 games you mentioned in 7 days probably takes a toll on his voice here too.
Cam Carroll down on the block. Cam guarding him already. And kind of a little bit token full court pressure by the Wildcats. Hinkle has the basketball for Byron Center. 7 seconds. Hinkle being guarded by Willis. Hinkle's going to dribble drive. Step back. Lost control on the floor. We got a tie-up. Possession arrow goes Byron Center. Hinkle lost control of the ball, being checked by Willis. It goes on the floor. Isaac Lee and a player, Cam Ryans, get on the ball and tie it up. So it's going to be possession arrow goes Byron Center's way. You look at the clock, 1.2 seconds left, full timeout by Byron Center. They're going to have the basketball on their sideline, same side as their basket, sideline out, away from their bench, near half court. It's about the 28-foot line, so about 30 feet away from their basket. They're going to have it on the other side of their team's bench to take the ball out of bounds. They've now added 0.7 seconds, so it's 1.9 seconds. Cats lead it by 2, 39-37. And this got time for a catch and shoot.
Yeah, for sure. Great defense by Willis there. Really put some pressure on the ball handler. Loose ball, EJ dove on it. And, it's fortunate that was above the free throw line, so they have it on the sideline rather than down below the basket. But I would still kind of expect some sort of lob down towards the basket to Carroll here to see if they can get something off to tie it.
Northview has 2 timeouts left. The Bulldogs, that was their last timeout. They might be able to take a look at what is going to be deployed here. I would not be surprised if Coach Chana takes a timeout once they see how this is being set up. Both teams back onto the floor right now. Not going to call timeout. Chana screaming to his players. I'm watching the back screen. No timeout is called. Byron Center has it, trying to get the ball inside. They get it to Carroll, knocked away, and that is going to do it. Oh, hold on here. They say that's the ball game. It was knocked away, and no one went after the ball. And Northview's going to survive. I don't know why Byron Center didn't go after the basketball, but the Wildcats survive on the road and get a big 39-37 win here at Byron Center. I'm sure we will have some player interviews for you here in just a minute. Both teams slapping hands as they go by. And tough loss for Byron Center as they played their hearts out. Best game I've seen them play against Northview. And they just could not do it down the stretch. Northview made some plays down the stretch and had just enough to get a 2-point victory, 39-37, and stay atop the OK White standings and hand Byron Center their 3rd loss in the OK White. Great ball game here in Byron Center, and we're going to look around here and see if
catch our breath,
see if he's going to have some players come over for an interview, see if we can get some over here. He usually does, so we're going to stay right here for a second.
Yeah, great job by Brady on that last play. The refs were going to let him play. He really worked hard. They tried to get a lob into Carroll on the post, and Brady just worked his way around, knocked it away. And I think what happened is the clock didn't really start when it should have, and so people thought the game clock should have been off, and it wasn't. So it didn't go off, and nobody was doing anything.
So Coach is going to go back in and celebrate with his team. I don't blame him. We'll come back to the post-game show here. As the Tool Construction post-game show, we'll have the Josh Heating and Cooling Player of the Game. We'll recap this game for you. We'll go over the individual scoring, and maybe, who knows, Coach will be back out here and we can get a interview towards the end of this. Cats win a big one on the road, 39-37, exciting low-scoring ball game. As far as low-scoring games go, it was a tough physical battle, an exciting game. Come on back to the Tool Construction post-game show. For all your home improvement services, check out Northview grads Greg and Darcy Tool at toolconstruction.com or their Tool Construction Facebook page. You can call them at 616-443-2284. Greg is a licensed and insured builder and has owned the business for 15 years. Call them today for a free estimate. LVC Financial. Call former Northview grad Ryan Vanderswart and his team at LVZ Financial at 4994. For all your financial planning needs, LVZ has a hometown atmosphere with the horsepower of a larger firm. Call Ryan for his 25 years of experience or his team today for all your financial planning needs at 616-394-4994. And thank you for your support of Northview Athletics. Jarash Heating and Cooling. Call them at 616-647-0084 for all your heating and cooling needs. They are located just off West River Drive in Comstock Park. Ryan and Dave Jarash have owned this local company for over 40 years. Call them for all your heating and cooling needs. Cats win an exciting one, 39-37. The end of that call was kind of strange because usually, you're going nuts at the play-by-play because of the big win, but there was still time on the clock after they tried to get that ball inside. It was knocked away, and it went on the floor, and then there was a dive to the floor, so it could have been another jump ball situation, but Byron Center players just kind of stopped. No one really went after the ball. And all the players are just kind of looking at each other, and they didn't hear a whistle like game over, and then all the officials are waving their arms that ball game is done. So no one really knew exactly that, that was the end of the ball game, that last 1.9 seconds, and how that all turned out. It was kind of a crazy ending right there. But they tried to get the ball into Carroll down on the low block. It was batted away on the low block by Cam Ryans, kind of getting around, a little contact, could be a whistle. It was knocked away on the floor, but they still had some time to grab it and get a desperation little 8-footer up. But everyone just kind of stopped and watched the basketball, and then by then the time had run off the clock, but you really couldn't hear the horn. And so, I was even waiting to see maybe there was a whistle called or something, because it was kind of a weird ending to that ball game and how people froze when there was still like a half a second left in the game. But we got Coach Channa coming over here. Okay, Coach Channa and EJ Ryans for our post-game interviews here. Let's start with EJ. Big win. It was a battle. They played you guys tough. It was back and forth. They physical, and the way the game was called, it was just like a football game out there. It was tough. Your thoughts on the big win?
Yeah, it was definitely a tough one going out there. I feel like I'm proud of our team with the way we handled adversity through that. We was down a couple times, and we weren't really shook or anything. We were we're still gonna get to it. We're still gonna win this game. We didn't break or anything. We just stayed together.
Clutch plays down the stretch for you. You hit the big three to go up when Northview had been down for a while. You hit the big three late in the game, top of the key, and then you had to hit some clutch free throws down the stretch. Missed the first one, but what's going through your mind after you're missing the first one and you need that second one?
I just thought I'm going to make the second one. I said I'm not going to miss 2 in a row. That's just how type of person I am. I'm not missing 2 in a row of those.
And you're shooting 88% for the year. You're on fire at the free throw line, because we were just talking about right man, right spot. But you got the important one, and then the big defensive talk about the last stand at the very end. Kind of a weird ending after you knocked the ball away. Everyone kind of stood around and were waiting for the buzzer to go off.
Yeah, I know. They didn't start the clock. We were like, what's happening? We thought they fouled at first with Jake to get free throws. But either way, after we got the stop, we were like, oh, we won this.
Huge win. Give Byron Center some props. That's the best game I've seen them play against you guys. Defensively, they wanted this one bad. You could tell.
Yeah, they did. But at the end of the day, it comes down to toughness. That's all we were talking about. We were trying to get back from the loss we had on Saturday. We just had to get back, get another win, get our footing back.
Coach, you go on the road, a school day, and you thought you were playing at home. All of a sudden, it's a away game, and here we are. Your motto, play anybody, anytime, anywhere, let's go. Your thoughts on this ball game? It's a good game.
I think EJ said it the best. I think we talk about winning is almost a relief sometimes, and the thing that I'm most proud of is through the adversity, our kids didn't, start picking at each other, and they really seemed to come together and fight a little bit harder. So I'm proud of them for that. I'm super proud of them, and it's a young group at the end of the day. I mean, we got 2 seniors on our team, and for them to kind of see through this adversity on the road, a 5 o'clock game on a snow day, and find a win, I think that speaks volumes to who they are and the toughness that they have.
So Izzy goes down early with the injury. No, you're not a doctor, so we won't speculate. Obviously, it's an ankle injury. Couldn't play, come back in this one. And so you had to do something you haven't done all year long, even a shorter bench, and some kids had to step up for you. Talk about it.
Yeah, I was proud of all of our kids. I thought Jake Johnson did a great job. Jack got in foul trouble early, and, we've been, it's ironic that EJ's sitting here because EJ's been, the mentor of the program forever. And he's really taken Anthony Willis under his wing. And Anthony had to play extended minutes there, and he did a damn good job for being, 14 years old. So I'm proud of him for that. We go as EJ goes. So it's his team. I'm along for the ride.
EJ, talk about your teammates stepping up. They've had to log some minutes that they haven't done all year long. Jake was tired out there. He was battling, undersized, battling in there. Talk about your teammates.
Yeah, Jake was tired, but I just think he's one of the toughest kids on the team. He got hit in the tooth, one of the rebounds he had, and then he just shook it off and kept playing. And I think that just speaks to everyone on the team. When we get punched, when we go down, we just going to get back up and keep fighting. And I think that's what we did today.
Another road game Friday, and then you got another big showcase game on Saturday. It's fun to watch, but it's a grind, isn't it, Coach?
For sure, it absolutely is. I think we're going to be excited to play 2 games in a week coming up. So, but you know what? This is for the kids playing in these showcase games. We got a lot of talented kids that put a lot of time in. It's not for me. It's not for anybody else. So they get to showcase their skills in front of the whole world pretty much. So kids like EJ deserve moments like that, and we'll go have fun with it and see how we do.
There you go. Big clutch win. Congrats, guys. Thanks for stopping by.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Coach David Channa and EJ Ryans, Northview with the big 2-point win, 39-37. As we get Kyle back on the headset here, as he's been kind of going to get Coach Channa, trying to get him for an interview as he was excited. And so I don't know if he has some totals here, but what I'll do is I'll go over the individual scoring in this ball game, and maybe he can kind of wrap things up over there. So for Byron Center, who now goes to 6-5 on the year, Connor Ferguson with 2 points, Cassius Bunt with 5 points. He had a 3-ball. Trey Sluter with 2 points, Ben Hegel with 7, J.J. Brock with 2. High point man for Byron Center, tied for the high point man of the ball game. Cam Carroll, the junior, had an excellent ball game, 19 points. For the victorious Northview Wildcats, as they go to 9-1 in the year, undefeated in the league, atop with Grand Rapids Christian in first place in the OK White. Jake Johnson had 2 points, but here's a typical, you can't just go by points on how people can affect a ball game. Jake Johnson 2 points, but he played his rear end off.
He absolutely did. And I while you were doing those interviews, I was standing over here, and some of the other players are coming out of the locker room, and I heard him, I am gassed. And so he worked his butt off that whole time. And like you said, you don't always need to put it in the hole to make an impact on the game.
Had some players that had to step up and play some extra minutes that they're not used to. And it's different. Practice time and game time, it's a whole nother level and exhaustion level in front of the bright lights here at Byron Center. But Jake Johnson with 2 points, E.J. Ryans with 11, none bigger than his last 4. A big 3 from the top of the key late in the game to put him up 1, and then the big free throw to get him over the top to give him the lead and hold on to that lead. E.J. Ryans with the big free throw. He had 11. Brady Swartz with 7. A quiet night for Brady, but that happens at games. They did a really good job of taking Brady away from his game. Brady usually knocks down some threes and takes people off the dribble. Cam Ryan's just stopping by, big win. As Brady, just didn't have his middle short-range game that he usually does so well, or getting to the basket, and credit Byron Center by defending them that way.
Yeah, they made him work hard for everything he got, and again, it could come back to that four games in 7 days where his legs weren't quite all the way there. The snow day today, but they made him work for everything, and like you said, a quieter game, and other people stepped up.
Cam Ryan just went by, high-fiving me. He was all excited. Tied for the high point man of the ball game. Cam Ryan's 19 in this ball game, just under his 20-point average. He's right there at it, and pretty consistent. Had 9 in the first half, had 10 in the second half, and kind of carried Northview for a while there when they were having trouble scoring at all. And Cam and EJ kind of stepped up to get him over the hump in this low-scoring 39-37 win. Do you have any totals
I got a
over
little
there?
excited and probably didn't keep track of some of the things I was keeping track of as much. But, we got the 4 made threes from Northview. I have it as the first 2 of the game and then the last 2 of the game. So a good way to start, a good way to end. And, both teams had, I think, right around 15 turnovers for the game. So equal there. Again, that goes down to that aggressive defense and letting some things go from the refs that make that difficult to control the ball the whole time.
So the Josh Heating player of the game, we're going to give it to, we got to give it the Ryans brothers. We got to give it to EJ with the big shot down the stretch and the big free throw down the stretch, but Cam with his 19. So we'll give it to the Ryans brothers. They'll share it there in the household as the Josh Heating player of the game, the Ryans brothers. With the win, Northview goes to 9-1, undefeated in the league. Byron Center goes to 6-5. Byron Center's next game is next Tuesday at Forest Hills Northern. Final thoughts on this one?
Yeah, just I'm as a point guard who likes to get up and down the floor. It's tough to see a 39-37 game, but, and you don't think those are going to be exciting. But this is an exciting, low-scoring game. Both teams battled hard the whole time. Again, the defense comes through. Northview only allowed 5 points from Byron Center in that fourth quarter, and that was the difference in the game.
Well, I appreciate your efforts in getting out in the slushy weather. And, again, thanks for your sponsorship for Northview Athletics. It's much appreciated. And who knows, we might do another one down the stretch here.
Great. I look forward to it. I appreciate you having me. And, Frames Unlimited is proud to sponsor the Northview broadcast.
All right. Appreciate it very much, Kyle. So that's going to do it from here. I'd like to thank AD out here at Byron Center, Brady Lake, for his help accommodating this broadcast. Our next broadcast will be Friday at Greenville. I'll have a guest analyst for that. Not exactly sure, trying to get Mike Kaputska to do it. Hasn't gotten back to me yet, though. Pre-game show airs approximately 5:10 p.m. because I believe that's a 5:30 game. Look for the link on the Northview Wildcats broadcast Facebook page and then my Twitter feed at Mike Diebold 5. So from Northview High School, it's Mike Diebold along with Kyle Zimdar. We thank you for listening to Northview Basketball on the Northview Wildcats broadcast YouTube channel. Once again, the final score here tonight, Northview 39, Byron Center 37. Everyone listening in tonight, I hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Have a great evening, stay safe and healthy, and we'll see you Friday at Greenville. So long, everybody, and as always, go Wildcats.